Once again, we're seeing an alarming surge of new COVID cases and hospitalizations nationwide. In Texas, some emergency rooms have now been shut down. Doctors and nurses saying the situation is like being at war. And we've been here before. In Kentucky, the National Guard has now been called in to help staff several hospitals there. And we have a new map to share with you tonight, released today by Johns Hopkins, shows some of the biggest outbreaks across the U.S., and they include parts of California, Arizona, Florida, and also Texas. All of this begging the question, could we be going into yet another lockdown? NewsNation's Tom Negevin is live in New York with a closer look tonight at a scene that is all too familiar. Tom.
Right, Marnie, it does seem like we've been here before. We're seeing disturbing signs from all over the country tonight that do not bode well for the cooler months to come, when more of us will be indoors, the Delta variant surging, and only about half of Americans fully vaccinated.
Air travel, the latest sign we're slowing back down. After spiking at around 2 million travelers a day, yesterday, 500,000 fewer flyers than the same date pre-pandemic.
Well, I mean, I think if there's anything that the pandemic has taught us is that we can probably count on further surges.
New York back to masks and social distance with a constant emphasis on vaccines.
We're going to continue to use any and all options to keep the people of this city safe, to protect everyone and bring this city back.
The city's mayor still hoping to bring the homecoming concert back, shut down Saturday by lightning. But the Delta surge may mean the party's over. In Chicago, this fall's Mexican Independence Day parade canceled due to COVID. Likewise, the annual Pride Parade in Austin. The Big Ten football season kicks off Saturday with strict new pandemic rules. In cities like New Orleans, business was coming back as Americans got their shots. Now,
this is the worst.
Wow, even so after Katrina, this is
even after Katrina, and I was here for Katrina.
Tourism and revenue down to a trickle. Even in Hawaii, which saw over 900,000 visitors last month. Tonight, its hospitals filling up, telling travelers to stay away.
I encourage everyone to restrict and curtail travel to Hawaii. The visitors will not have the typical kind of holiday.
And asked about the possibility of another statewide lockdown, Hawaii's governor said that is absolutely on the table. And Marnie, he's not the only one.
Thank you. Also tonight, new concerns that the Delta variant could bring the travel rebound to a halt. Travel journalist Peter Greenberg is joining us in studio. I know you're all over the world, so what a privilege to have you here in town tonight. I want to talk about these lockdowns potentially. How would that impact the travel industry if it happens?
Well, it gets down to a definition of what a lockdown is. In some cases, the lockdowns means for local goods and services, no restaurants, nobody outside their house between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. That's happened many times already in this country and overseas. But for people who are traveling right now, they've not been affected in terms of being not allowed to go there. You just have to change your lifestyle once you're there. Okay. So right now, the only thing that might be added to that is a new testing regime, whether you're vaccinated or not. In some locations like Hawaii, for example, after you're there, even though you can show proof of vaccination, they'll still reserve the right to test you.
So it'll be a little bit more of a headache for you. Okay, so Hawaii, the governor today telling tourists don't come, that the island is not ready for you. What does that mean?
Well, the island hasn't been ready for a while. In fact, about 3 weeks ago, the mayor of Maui appealed to the airlines, and this is unprecedented, to ask them to reduce their service to Maui. When have you ever heard of a mayor asking people not to come? Well, that's because they couldn't literally handle the numbers. Now that's been compounded by the Delta variant and the number of cases and beds being used in hospitals. They're just trying to protect themselves right now. By October 15th, there'll be a shoulder season there. It'll get back to normal.
Isn't that risky business, though, for an island and a community that relies so heavily on tourists?
A tourism-based economy in this situation, they don't know what to do. It's a double-edged sword. They're going to get cut either way.
Is there a silver lining to all of this if things actually do start to slow down? We were looking at the numbers with the TSA, and they've gone down in the last couple of weeks. Hit the highest point at the beginning of the month. 2.2 million people traveled through checkpoints, down to 1.8 million now. So how does this turn?
Well, you know, we're having a seasonal issue as well, which happens every year. Kids are going back to school, people going back to work. September, October, November, generally not big times of travel. So now you compound that with people rethinking their travel that they've already booked because of the Delta variant. all of a sudden it becomes a buyer's market. You're going to see airfares start to drop considerably around September 13th.
Okay, hotels too, maybe some deals?
Absolutely.
Okay. Finally, we have heard just the horror stories of people booking travel. It gets canceled. They don't get their refunds. The pandemic has changed a lot of that. What's an update, and can we get our money back?
Well, let's get down to where the money's going first. The best thing about this is that the airlines have gotten rid of those draconian ticket change fees. And in the past, if you wanted to change your ticket, the fee itself to change it would wipe out the value of the ticket. Those are all gone. So that means people can roll the dice comfortably now, book a flight, they can cancel it and know they're not going to lose their money. It goes into a travel fund in their account, which they can use anytime they want.
Makes you wonder why it wasn't that way to begin with, but that's a nice change.
It's all about revenue. And if there's no revenue, all of a sudden the rules change.
All right, well, working in passengers' favor now. Peter, always good to see you. Where are you headed now?
I'm actually headed to Tanzania.
All right, safe travels.
You got it.
See you next time. Where in the world is Peter? Well, the water receding in Tennessee.